Alright, hello guys, welcome to a similar video to I made before, which I'm just going to be showing off some of the new ideas and models I made. That's going to be like the first half of this video, and then the second half of this video is going to be just talking about general YouTube stuff again. But the start of this is just going to be me showing off the silly stuff I made. So this is what I made for, because I was bored, to be honest. So, similar to that previous video, I will be turning this back on after I've loaded up the next model. So in the meantime, I'm just going to say, I don't actually know what I was going to say. Okay, so this first one was inspired by, I hope that some people here have watched my Yap-Xodeau ones. If you've seen those ones, you might recognise which character this was inspired of. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, this one is based off of the character I made, which was Yap-Xodeau, but A capital X-O. It's sort of just like a scary one. That's basically all this was. You might see this one again if I'm still motivated to do this stuff by October. And who knows, by then I might actually have better versions of these models. It's still a few months away, so anything could happen. But yeah, this one was just inspired by making the avatar you just saw, but more scary, basically. And I think I did alright. There's not really much I could have done. If I ever get to a point where I can get more professional made stuff, this one will be probably one of the priorities of getting more interesting and different, basically. So yeah, there's not much more I can say about this one. This one is just meant to be a scary one, just because that's one of the things I did way back when in 2024. I was still doing like scary drawings. I'm still sometimes doing them, but not as much as I was back then. So moving on to the next one. We now have, maybe to turn all the stuff off. There we go. This one. So this one is based on a character I made called Cat 3. Meant to be sort of a Search the Tenrec sort of vibe. As in that they're obsessed with electricity. Hence the cyan eyes this time. Because I think that's quite an electric colour. And plus, if we zoom out a bit, we have red and the red and the white things here, plus the yellow hair, inspired by the old like cables you would use for old consoles. But also the outfit I went for, I just thought looked like sort of like a superhero sort of thing, sort of like someone who can control electricity. That's basically all that the inspiration of this was. Once again, this is just a silly concept idea, so it's not going to be the final thing if I continue with this as far as I want to. But I think it's a good start. I tested out having the little things on the top of the head. I think they work pretty well. And I went for a different type of hair at the bottom here. Sure, this sort of hair might not actually be physically possible, but yeah, it's a silly online model. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this one, but this one is just sort of like a one that's like uses electricity to their advantage, similar to a Surge of Teneric sort of character. I admit now that I have not thought about the lore behind these yet, mainly because I have like 9 characters now, and I have very little time to do anything involving it yet. Maybe in the future, when I have the ability to make more solidified lore and stuff like that. So, moving on to the next one. We have this one. Okay. This one was meant to be sort of more the adult figure one. Sort of like the one that was looking over the others. And I went for a sort of orange vibe. This is actually, I think, based on one of the drawings I made as well. Similar to Cat 3. And this one, I just wanted to make look visually, somewhat visually different to the other ones. A bit more like grown up, basically. But also, as you've seen with most of them, the theme of the hair is pretty much the same as the rest of them. Pretty long hair that sort of goes off screen somewhat. Just because that's one thing I like, the long hair and the big ears here. This is what I think has the biggest ears that I made. And yeah, that's basically all this one was meant to be. Not really much else I can say about this one. So just moving on straight on to the next one. We have... Okay, this one. This one, I can admit, was the most hastily made one, which is this one. So this one was just like a very experimental one. You can see the hair is very similar to the Axial one. So it was heavily inspired by the character. But as you can see at the top, on the top of the head here, I tried something else out, which was 2 sets of ears, just because I was interested for how that would work, basically. And I think it worked decently well. But of course, that's also why I've gone for sort of the greener colour scheme, because it seems a bit more alien-like. So it's sort of like, this is an Yap-Xodeau character, but from a slightly different side of the universe, because of the double ears and the green colour, rather than the normal orange to yellow to red colour. This one was, because I was trying to get a lot of characters with different coloured eyes. So this was my inspiration for yellow. I could definitely do better with this one in the future, but this is at least what it is for now. So yeah, this one definitely will probably change in the future. And now the last one I made. That being, I'm actually pretty proud of this one. So I've wanted to make a character for not like the dark red eyes like the Yap-Xodeau one, the Yap-Xodeau one. I wanted to sort of make a vampire character, but I also wanted to make a demon character, and I couldn't decide between the two, so I made both. And I forgot to take that off. So yeah, I sort of made a vampire demonish character. Vampire because if we zoom in, we have the mouth, the lip fangs, and inside the actual fangs. And also you can see the 3 tails, similar to what you would see with demon sort of stuff. So it's sort of like a demon trident sort of thing. And this one was slightly experimental about just wanted to see how 3 tails would interact. And again, I think I did somewhat well with this, but I don't know. So, yeah, this one might be another one that probably will come more out in October, but this one is more likely to appear elsewhere as well. So, hopefully soon I'll come up with better stories for these people. But anyway, got to move on to the second thing I wanted to talk about, which is sort of linked to these, which is specifically, which is specifically just the difficulties I've been having recently. So recently, I've been struggling with ideas, hence why a lot of the videos I've been making recently have been stuff I've been making before, like random speedrun videos, which is one of my side things I'm doing. I'm trying to find Flash games that haven't been speedrun and just speedrunning them. Just because I think that'd be fun. But also, we have the Keep Talking series I'm doing of going through all the modules. I've not done it for a little bit because the next one I have to do is quite a lengthy one. I just not felt up to it recently. And I am planning on making another art showcase video at some point. But the only reason I'm making videos like this still is because I don't know what else I can make it. My editing ability is not great, and ideas have not come easy. I really do want to find what my breakthrough will be, I just don't know what it is right now. But I hope I find it soon. Because specifically, one of the things I want to do is just make people happy by just me being me. And unfortunately, it's not easy to get to the point where I can do that. So I'll just try being me still, but I haven't come up with anything great yet, anything groundbreaking. And also, as I mentioned previously, one of the problems I'm having recently is I'm getting random dislikes on videos. Sure, they might be genuine, and if so, I guess I can't argue that. But it's seeming to be either arbitrary videos or my most recent videos. So I'm theorising at this point they might be bots. I'm not saying that for certain, but it does feel like very bot-like behaviour. Either way, on a channel as small as mine, it does feel a bit annoying. Not just saying nothing and just giving me a dislike, because it just doesn't help me. So yeah, I'm gonna try and look past that and just try and focus more on just enjoying the craft rather than focus on the numbers. But it has proven difficult. It's hard to figure out what I want to do at this point, because I haven't really got the best experience for this sort of stuff, and I also haven't really got the best ideas for this sort of stuff. So hopefully I'll come with stuff soon enough, but at this point this channel is still very much work in progress. Expect to see a lot of videos that are similar to what I used to upload for now, until I figure out how to do something great or groundbreaking to get my name out there. I just don't know what it is going to be yet. One thing I do want to make at some point is some sort of like channel intro video involving all the characters you saw, plus the ones from the previous video of the characters. just so it sort of introduces all of the characters that I might be using. Because part of the dynamic I'm trying to aim for, it's just kind of because I drew a lot and made a lot of characters. I wanted part of my VTuber dynamic to be switching between them. Sometimes someone I see feel appropriate for the video, and sometimes just some just because I feel like it. And equally, just because a lot of the time I see them, a lot of VTubers sticking to one model, which makes sense. VTuber models are fucking sorry for the swearing. VTuber models are quite expensive. I don't know why I swore this. I'm so sorry. But they are bleeding expensive. So it makes sense that they only have one. And granted, these models are average at best. Either way, all I can do at this point is just stay positive, try to push forwards, and just hope for the best. Hope that the idea comes around. Hope that the break happens at some point. But at this current point, I'm probably going to be focusing more on my university stuff and stuff outside of YouTube for now, just because I can't really count on this right now. So sorry if the videos seem half-assed or the videos don't seem brilliant. I just don't know when I have the ability to splurge a lot of time into this yet. And I hope that makes sense. Motivation's not really there currently, but hopefully it will turn up soon. And I hope that at some point I can look back on this video and think that I made it. But I can't count on that, and I just have to go with what the world hands me. Anyway, I'm going to finish rambling there, because I don't know what else to say, to be honest. I just don't know what direction I'm going to take this channel in yet. I'm just going to let the world decide what happens, basically. And I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you later.